What's up everyone, it's Starly to Starravy here and welcome to another Let's Play video. And we're continuing the Doki Doki Literature Club series. And last time, if you didn't watch, we left off on spending the day with Natsuki, I think it is, if I'm correct. The girl with the pink hair, right? This is really all you need to know. And this episode, I don't know, let's jump in and find out. Okay, everyone. Eh? Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Nisuke suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just gonna give it back? Don't you wanna know what happens? Yeah, but Monika just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow, so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuke's enthusiastic face. Or I'm more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Oh, I sure did. Man, my poem is fire, let me tell you. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find more inspiration, much inspiration, since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. Always get those composition notebooks, kids. They're very important for you. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I wonder what... Ooh, we get to pick. Who should I show my poem first? I mean, we could go my best friend Sayori, alright? We could do that. Or, you know, me and Natsuki have been spending a lot of time together. So, maybe, but at the same time, I want to get to know the other girls. Yuri, she gave me a present. A book, it was a book she gave me. And, Monika, I mean, we know each other, but we haven't spent much time together, I'm guessing. You know what? My heart says Yuri, so let's go Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Uh, um, it's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? Oh, it's horrible. This is horrible. The words I chose, they didn't even make sense. I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so is that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? No, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face into her hands. Buries, whatever. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Wow, I'm hurt. I'm hurt, Yuri. I tried my best on that poem. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is possibly the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Uh, um, well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Ooh. Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be the literature club? Alright, let's read this. I can't read cursive, so it's a bad start for me. But you know what, let's try. I think this Ghost Under the Light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Whoa. I hope that's what that says, cause again, I'm not good at cursive. They don't teach it anymore, so I mean, understandable why. I, I'm sorry. I just have such terrible handwriting. What do you mean? I, I just don't know how to read cursive. I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Uh, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Star. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Yeah, I was expecting a ghost to show up, not gonna lie. Well, I suppose you didn't only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their own word. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Yeah, no, I didn't put much thought into mine. Poems. I just put words together I liked. I like that word. That word's cool. Mm. Who's next? Let's go Sayori. We haven't talked much to Sayori yet. This is a good poem, Star. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I that kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. You know. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Star. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have a lot of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Oh no, I read that as me. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepies from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Hey. I reason with that. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright. If you don't know the saying, save the best for last, then you'll find out why, alright? Okay, let's start with the thing I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Eh? And what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel more comfortable enough to share your poems. I improvised that. Like Monika said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours wasn't really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha. Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So she said my poem's pretty good. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like that. You're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. No, she definitely liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Hey, I liked it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write it about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't you expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. And best for last is the girl, Monika. Alright. Hi, Star. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring up things. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled into this. Yo, this character is more like me than I thought. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Star. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Mm-hmm. I like it, Star. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. uh, if you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? What? Who? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a very few simple words. His poems can be funny, enduring, or even sad, and sometimes they are only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're writing for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anyone. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that. Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else makes a little bit biased toward their own kinds of style. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Ooh, it's a long poem. Not too long, but you know, I gotta scroll. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peered inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retain is already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform. Is that what you call it? Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Really, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Ah, well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Ooh. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. And another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So don't just move your hands and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, and I think we're gonna stop right there. Today we enjoyed some nice poem readings and it was pretty great. Wouldn't y'all say? I honestly love the poems. They were I probably better than mine. I just picked random words, not gonna lie. And I think from what I'm getting from this, Monika likes me, alright? Because I'm her epiphany she speaks about. You know what I'm talking about? But that's it for today. So if you liked it, please tell me you liked it. If you didn't like it, please tell me how I could fix it or whatever. But until next time, guys, this is Starly to Staravia signing out. Peace.